Hey guys, I just want to acknowledge the fact that we've reached 300 plus subscribers on this account. I have been uploading videos for more than 2 years every week without missing a single week. So I just want to say thank you guys for supporting the channel by subscribing and liking the videos. Right now it's November 24th, so it's just a bit over 2 years since Ling and I arrived in New Zealand. And that duck is just flapping his wings like crazy. It's been 2 years since Ling and I first set foot in New Zealand, so this is going to be an exciting new chapter for us, that we've been granted an extension on our stay. At this time, Ling and I should have been back in Canada, and the future of the vlog was kind of just hanging in the balance. I probably would have just stopped making videos, and then that would have been that. Very fortunate that we're still here, and that there's more to come. So stay tuned. We are here at the Powaka National Reserve. We are here at the Powaka Reserve. This is a freedom campsite. We are still in the season of COVID. So as you can see, you have this massive field, free campsite with only 4 campers, including ourselves. We left Lake Tekapo yesterday and had a beautiful drive 45 minutes down to this reserve over here. And today we're going to drive 45 minutes north along Lake Pukaki. I know what it sounds like. It's Pukaki with a P. We're going to make our way up to a mountain called Mount Cook. You may have heard of it. It's a pretty popular Instagram photo. A lot of people like to sit in the middle of the road, you know, because that's what you do when you're driving down a highway, or do jump shots, and we're probably gonna do the same. So who am I gonna? Aoraki / Mount Cook, standing at 12,218 feet tall, which would make this mountain the highest mountain in the entire country of New Zealand. Sir Edmund Hillary, who is a native of New Zealand, would practice and fine-tune his mountaineering skills on Mount Cook, Aoraki, the mountain that we're going to see today. So we're going to get a move on, I think.
Ci beccavamo nel bando sopra il booster. Hanno fatture, no, non parlo di buste. Mando tutto io, svuota il freezer. Già passaggio assicurato sopra questo diesel. Bando sopra il booster. Hanno fatture, no, non parlo di buste. Mando tutto.
We're here at Peter's Lookout, overlooking Lake Pukaki. There's a P, not a B. Peter's Lookout offers one of the best vantage points to Aoraki Mount Cook. Let me show you the viewers. So on a clear day, that's what it should look like. As you can see, it is not a clear day. And when you have the largest mountain in New Zealand, you need a very clear day just to see the peak.
Fammi tornare in fila, ho detto alla mamma che mo vado a Milan. Te non dare opinioni se vesti fila. Giuro che sei un bambino, non sei 2000. Vorrei avessi la fame e la mia per capire le cose. Divido l'acqua e mose, vive da un po' mosse, situazioni e cose. Dico cose le faccio, no, non parlo e basta. Tu non ne so, fammi
I'm trying to figure out where is Mount Cook, because there's so many mountain peaks surrounding that are massive and beautiful and snow-capped that we don't really know. But things are looking better. It's a lot better than when we were at Reflections Lake, when we went to visit the Fox Glacier and we couldn't see anything. I think we have a pretty good chance of seeing him if we could figure out which one is he. We thought maybe it was this mountain, but that road kind of snakes to the right, so maybe once we make that right, we'll be able to see him.
I can't believe that we're still in New Zealand.
Can you believe this place? That's one of the great things about New Zealand. There's so much diversity to the landscape. The deserts of Bannockburn to Canterbury Plains to Aoraki. And it's all within relatively close proximity. It's something that New Zealand has that no other country has. The Rockies in Canada might be bigger and more grandiose, but Canada is a massive country. So if I'm on the East Coast, I can't drive 3 hours to get this. Versus the South Island, you could do the entire island within a couple of weeks and see everything. So we're still not clear which mountain is Mount Cook, so we're gonna head into the Sir Edmund Hillary Alpine Center, where Ling can use the toilet because they have flushing toilets, and learn a bit more about the surrounding mountains. You plan on what?
I'm going.
About 10:23, still fasting, haven't eaten anything. So we're gonna check out the calf. Maybe they got something good. Man, look at that! Look at all of this! Wow!
How are we
Look at this.
here?
And there's the man, Sir Edmund Hillary, beekeeper turned first. How do I phrase this? Sir Edmund Hillary
There's the first Kiwi.
was with Tenzing Norgay. They
you go.
summited together Mount Everest.
You sure it wasn't they summited New Zealand?
There he is, Sir Edmund Hillary. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a to scale replica because he was a tall man with rather long legs. Very distinguished looking fella.
I think he's looking at Mount Cook.
That could be a clue. He might be veering his
That might be
gaze on Mount Cook.
It's the scale.
Yeah, this confirms it. That statue of Ed Hillary is to scale. Give or take 3 meters, 3 feet. He's still pretty tall. 6'2". 6'2" is how tall the late Sir Edmund Hillary was. I think it's very symbolic that the statue of Ed Hillary looking at Mount Cook kind of symbolizes his life when he would stay here at the Hermitage Hotel. Hermitage, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and he would look over at the mountains and dream about climbing that mountain, which he did in 1948 and 1949. The feat, as it's forever immortalized here, his ascent, a successful ascent with Sherpa Tenzing Norgay of Mount Everest on the 29th of May 1953. That's 29,035 feet. That's more than double Mount Cook. We have the famous pork belly and applesauce pie with the crackling, remember, from Fairly? I'm gonna cop that. Which one has the biggest piece?
I like that one. No, I don't want that one.
I'll grab this one. This one. Hot, 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 hot. So we've got our Fairly pork belly with crackling pies, and of course, the late great Sir Edmund Hillary behind us. And of course we can't forget the view, the peak of Mount Cook, which we now have confirmed is in fact that mountain right there. You're beeping, Ling. That means get your cafe. Fairly. I thought I wouldn't be able to get you one last time, but luckily the Hermitage Hotel provides Fairly with a $2 markup, but that's all good.
I guess the turnover isn't as obviously is not as much.
Worth the $9.
See, it's really hard.
Thank you. Let's see if the GoPro picks up the audio of Ling chewing.
My teeth hurt.
I'm deaf in 1 year now. I'm just seeing now in my face that I spent about 4 hours in the sun yesterday at the Tekapo Springs. And foolish of me, I forgot to put some sunblock on my face. So I don't know if you can see it on the film, but my nose is a different shade from the area surrounding my eyes. New Zealand sun, not to be effed around with. So how awesome is it that the Hermitage Hotel gives you 10 gigs of free Wi-Fi a day for free? When you're off the grid and camping and a backpacker, that's a pretty big deal. So when looking into accommodation here in Aoraki, Mount Cook Village, we looked at the Hermitage. Actually, Ling looked at the Hermitage. It was a bit out of our price range. How much was it per night?
For a suite, I think it was 400.
Yeah, that's definitely out of our price range. If you want to stretch that money further, staying at a DOC campsite, we could probably stay somewhere for a month with that money. At least at like a decent holiday park with running water and a kitchen. Wow. Wow. We're here at the Aoraki Mount Cook National Park Visitor Center just to get some information on some of the hikes nearby. Ling and I are thinking about doing the Hooker Valley Track, which is a hooker. It's a track. So the Hooker Valley track leads you to Hooker Lake, and the Hooker Valley track is just north of Lake Pukaki. I'm not making any of those names up. You can look it up, I swear. There is a Hooker Valley track north of Lake Pukaki. As I mentioned, we're going up the Hooker Valley track, which leads into the Hooker Lake and then turns into a Hooker Glacier. There's a buttload of information at that ice site, kind of like a little mini museum. So we don't have time to look at everything because we have a scheduled screening back at the Hermitage Hotel. So we got to, we're gonna watch a movie in 3D. Oh, it's warm today. Hello again, Sir Edmund Hillary. We're back. What's the movie we're watching?
I don't know. You wanted to watch it.
It's like a 3D movie. We're here for the movie, Mount Cook Magic?
Yeah.
Nice.
Left on voyage to visit the Earth Mother, Papatuanuku.
They're on the Waka.
Their waka
yeah.
became
Whoa! Like, I can't feel my arm. Stop squeezing. Can't feel my arm now. The guy didn't actually fall down the crevasse. See, look, he's okay. That's it. That was exhilarating. I almost had a heart attack when that climber fell in the crevasse. Grabbed my arm like there was no tomorrow. Squeezed the life out of my arm.